What's going on, guys? My name's Lane. That's Miska, and that's Wiley back there. And we're up in Pike National Forest right now at my place. Uh, I wanted to make a quick video for some people that are wanting to move from Texas to Colorado so they kind of know what to expect a little more coming in, and some ways that maybe they can make their transition a little more easier. A little bit about me. I'm a native Texan, lived there for I think 26, 27 years before we left. Um, my family is from Walker County. We have been there since the early 1800s, and my Texas blood runs very deep there. That being said, after I left, realized there was a lot of things that we as Texans do that some other people don't really like, and we're just used to it. And some things we've even kind of become complacent to. So I just wanted to try and air some of this and see if we can't make the situation a little better. And that way, you won't come in and seem as hated as some native Coloradians have made me feel. So, first thing I have noticed, when you come up here, don't change anything. I mean, down is to the simplest. If you go out camping and you see a fire ring, you don't need to make another one. Use the one that's there. Don't be messing with stuff that doesn't need to be messed with. There's a lot of public land up here. Everyone has to share it. Everyone has to respect it. So, that's a big deal. Seeing Texans come up, not just Texans, but it seems like more often than not, Texans come up and they're the ones that are being a little more disrespectful towards their surroundings, and that also includes for people trying to move here. You can't just change the property like you can in Texas. There you can buy a place and you can fence it, you can push trees, you can build a pond, you can do whatever you want to do. And here, I mean, you can try, but this is the back of my property, and I don't know if you can tell, but this is on a pretty good slope. My whole place is like that, and I'm very limited on what I can and can't do. And so you have to adapt to your surroundings. So whether you're coming here for vacation or whether you're moving here, just keep that in mind, that most folks from here are used to having to adapt to what's around them. That also includes changing some things that you are used to doing in Texas, such as your driving styles. There's, I think, 2 interstates that run through this state. It is not a thing, there you get on 35, 45, 20, 30, wherever in the hell you are, and it's a big deal to go 80, 85. That's common. And here, Denver and in the Springs, you might see it a little bit, but as soon as you get off on these county roads, there's a reason the speed limit is 40 miles an hour, and chances are, if you're not paying attention, you're going to end up in the ditch because. So, things like that, you just, like I said, there's a reason people are the way they are here, and so it's good to observe and to adapt. Another thing that I've noticed about people here is people are fairly quiet here, especially when you get out of town. They keep to themselves and they do their own thing, and it's not that they're not friendly or sociable, but it's just Texans are a loud, rambunctious bunch. We're gonna run up and grab you by the arm and say, "What's going on, man? How you doing?" and shake the shit out of you and holler and all of that. And people don't do that here. People aren't loud. They are pretty chill. I mean, you got to remember, pot's been legal here for however long, and so everybody's pretty stoned all the time, especially when you go in bars and whatnot. So you get kind of frowned upon whenever you're the loud group at the bar. So and especially out camping, people come out here to the mountains to get away, so they really don't want to hear everybody's noise. And obviously have fun, but be aware of your surroundings. It's different, if you're at a campground and everyone else is kind of doing that and having fun, go for it. But if you guys are backpacking up and you're up in the mountains somewhere where it's quiet and there's no one else around, man, keep it down. Y'all enjoy nature. That's why you came out here. When you're up here, also, something I've seen a lot is people cannot control their marijuana intake. Come up here, obviously it's legal. You want to get stoned, have a good time, that's great, but just be aware of your surroundings when you're doing it. It's not cool to get catatonic and go hang out in town and go walk around and look like a zombie. Like, that just makes us all look bad. You want to do that? Get an Airbnb, get a hotel, go lay up in the hot tub and chill. You go out to go hike somewhere, get you a joint, burn a little at a time. Actually, it's probably better that you use a vape pen because there is a burn ban going right now. Um, and, that's something else that I guess we could lead into uh, is people here the other day. I saw a group of guys that were trying to start a campfire, and another guy came up to him and said, "Hey, there's a burn ban. You can't do it." And the group of guys immediately responded with, "Were you a cop? Well, if not, go on." And apparently they listened. But you can't do that. There's a reason there's rules up here. There's a reason all that stuff exists, and we all have to abide by them so we can all take care of everything. With the campfires, for example, if that thing gets loose, it's going to start a forest fire and burn down our hometown. Chasing squirrels. But, when you come up here, you got to play by our rules. I say our because I am a property owner up here, and I definitely don't want my property burned to the ground because some kid decided that they wanted to camp and had to have a campfire, or whatever the case may be. It all comes down to really just respecting yourself and your surroundings. You got to take a little more control of your ego here. In Texas, it's a big deal to be big dick dog diesel and have your Dodge Cummins cruising downtown blowing black smoke, and that's cool, dude, but don't be coming up here doing that stuff. People don't like that. Be respectful. Don't be going out on public land cutting donuts in your four-wheelers and tearing up ground. That's cool in Texas. If you own the property, go for it, man, or if you have permission, but when you do that, you're ruining stuff for other people. So you got to keep that in mind. When you go out to these public lands, think of that just like going out to grandpa's place or going out to the deer lease. This is a shared place that everybody gets to use, and we all take care of it so we can all keep using it. The last thing I guess I can end on that it seems like is a big pet peeve, and I am the worst about this. I start every conversation, it seems like, well, back in Texas, or when I was in Texas, and yada, 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 and that is the worst way. No one wants to hear about Texas. They're all sick and tired of it, and their attitude is, if Texas is so great, then why are you here? So, as hard as it is, you have to bite your tongue about the Texas deal. And it's funny because from the traveling I've done and living places outside of Texas, I've kind of found that it's funny that when you get out of Texas, you realize that Texas is not really the greatest. I love Texas. I love my hometown. I love my family there and everything it's there, but it's hotter than shit. There's way too many people, and everyone thinks their shit don't stink. And I just quite frankly got tired of that nonsense. So, to each their own, obviously. If you like living in cut and shoot Texas and dealing with mosquitoes and 101 degrees and no breeze and all that, then go for it, my man. You can get out there in your big dirty Max and do burnouts with you boys when you go down cruising Conroe. But if you come up here, people up here like quiet. People up here like the mountains. They like keeping it simple. So come up, have fun, enjoy it, learn something new, but just keep in mind there's a reason you're here and you're not there. So, and as a disclaimer, I'm an idiot. I know nothing. I dropped out of high school. Do not listen to anything I say. I'm sure this is going to upset some people. I could really care less. These are my thoughts, my opinions. If anything, I'm just trying to give a simple, opinion on it. So hopefully you can make your own decisions and come up with your own things. And maybe it will make the stereotype that Texans carry here a little bit better. But anyway, thanks.